Good morning, dear children. How are you all? Hope you all are safe and fine. Welcome to social online class. Children, how are you? Yes, I hope you are doing good. Okay. Are you obeying your parents? Are you studying your portions? Did you watch the previous videos? If not, please do it. Okay. Have you all copied the notes? Okay. If not, please do it carefully. Okay, children. Till now, we have completed 4 chapters. Right? Yes. Today, we are going to study the 5th chapter. Okay. Chapter 5. Can you guess the title of this chapter? What's that? Okay, it is our constitution. Okay. Our constitution. Constitution needs a set of laws for the people to follow, right? Yes, it's a set of laws for the people to follow. Yes, in the last classes we have studied about this what Vijayanagara Empire, Kakatiya dynasty, Chola dynasty, and communication, then transport. Alright, we have learnt about more things. Now we are entering into the civics portion. Okay, that is politics, right? Our constitution. Okay, our constitution. What's meant by constitution? It needs a set of rules to be followed. Okay, laws and rules to the people to follow. This is called what? Constitution. Okay, India is the world's largest democracy. Okay, it is divided into 28 states and 8 union territories. Our country has 28 states and 8 union territories. Okay, children. In the book it is given as 29 states, but it is 28 states and 8 union territories. Okay, then what is democracy? Can you say what is democracy? A democracy is a system of government in which all the people of a country can vote to elect their representatives. We can vote to elect our representatives. Okay. Yes. Can you remember when did we get independence? We got independence on 15th August 1947. Okay. In this chapter, we are going to learn about the fundamental rights, then fundamental duties, directive principles of our constitution. Okay, children. Okay. Okay, our Constitution of India was adopted on 26 January 1950. After that, we are celebrating that as a Republic Day. Okay, when did we get Republic? India got Republic on 26 January 1950. Okay, 26. Okay, when did we get Republic? India got Republic on 26 January 1950. Okay, what is Constitution? It is a set of laws for the people to follow. It contains a set of laws for the people to follow. Okay. Rules and regulations. What are the rules and regulations to be followed in the classroom? Can you say? Yes. You must be on time. Arrange your word books neatly. Sit properly inside the class. Wear proper uniform. Whenever you are going outside, move in a line, right? Like that. Our constitution also have some set of laws. We have to follow that. Okay, as a citizen of India, it's our duty to follow the constitution's rules and laws. Okay. Yes, who was the head of the this constitution? Chairman, that is, who was the chairman of this constitution? Can you say? Can you say? Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of this Indian constitution. Okay. He was the chairman, first person to be the chairman as the of the drafting committee. Okay. He was the head of this constitution. Okay, children, the first part of the constitution is called the preamble. Okay, it mentions the goals of our nation, that is aim of our nation, democracy, socialism and secularism. That is equal right to be followed. Then the belief that religion should not be involved in that. Okay, children. Okay. Then we have some rights and duties. As a citizen of India, we have some rights and duties to be followed. Okay, children. This is called what? Directive principles of state policy. Okay. Yes. Dr. Ambedkar is the head of the or the chairman of the constitution. India got republic on 26 January 1950. Okay, constitution means a set of laws for the people to follow. Okay, India is the world's largest democratic country. Okay, children. Then we are going to learn about the fundamental rights. What are fundamental rights? Can you say what are fundamental rights? Not what are the fundamental rights. What are? What is meant by fundamental right? Yes. These are the basic rights that a citizen of India is guaranteed. Okay. We have to give promise. We will do this. We have to follow this. Okay. That is called what? Fundamental rights. Shall we learn our fundamental rights? Okay. There are 6 fundamental rights of Indian citizen declared in the Constitution of India. Okay. That is, they are right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, then right to constitutional remedies. Okay, children, once again, let me read all the fundamental rights. Right to equality, right to freedom. If you want, you can open your book, page number 102, 102. Okay, yes. But you must listen the video. Okay, right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. You must by heart this. You must learn all these 6 fundamental rights. Okay, what is meant by right to equality? The first one, what is meant by right to equality? Everyone is equal under law, whether that person is rich or poor. Everyone, if he is doing a mistake, he must be punished. Okay, everyone is equal under the law. Every citizen should be treated equally. Yes, we should not see their caste or religion or whatever may be. Everyone should be treated equally. This is called what? Right to equality. Okay, then right to freedom. What's meant by right to freedom? Every citizen has the right to speech, give speech or express our thoughts on our own. Right to vote, everything we have, all the rights we have as a citizen of India. Okay, yes, we can move freely throughout the country. Okay, children, we can move freely throughout the country. We can give we can give a speech. Yes, we can express our thoughts freely. That is called what? Right to freedom. We can move freely throughout the country and right to settle any part of our country. Yes. Okay, then right against exploitation. What's meant by right against exploitation? Yes. See, children and poor people tend to be exploited in various parts of the society. Right? Forced labor is banned and children under the age of 14 are not allowed to work. Okay, child labor should not be allowed. Okay, forced labor is banned under children under the age of 14. The children, those who didn't cross age 14, they should not allowed to work. This is what? Right against exploitation. Okay, then right to freedom of religion. Every citizen has the right to follow and practice the religion of their choice. We can be a Hindu person or a Muslim or a Christian. Okay, it's our wish. We can choose our own religion. Okay, a person from one religion can also choose to follow another religion and celebrate other festivals also. This is called what? Right to freedom of religion. Then cultural and educational rights, right? Every citizen of India has the right to education, right? We can study on our own, right? And also we have the rights to establish educational institutions also. If we have money, if we have land, if we have qualification, we can establish educational institution. This is what? Cultural and educational rights. Okay. Yes, everyone has the right to preserve their language and culture. Okay, then right to constitutional remedies. Every citizen has the right to approach the court of law for justice. Okay, if you want to complain about any person, if he is doing any mischievousness, we can complain. We can approach the law. Okay, as this is called what? Right to constitutional remedies. All these rights help in preserving human dignity and allow every citizen to live with self-respect. Okay, these fundamental rights help us to live with dignity and allow every citizen to live with self-respect and dignity. Okay, these fundamental rights help humans to live with self-respect as well as with dignity. Okay, children, have you understood about these fundamental rights? Once again, what are the fundamental rights? Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Clear? Okay. Now, fundamental duties. Okay, fundamental duties. every citizen can claim the fundamental rights in the country. Similarly, every citizen also has certain duties towards the country. Okay, as fundamental rights are there, we have some duties to follow. These are called what? Fundamental duties. Okay, we must obey the constitution, we must respect national flag and national anthem, then we should remember to follow the values and beliefs based on our freedom, then we must protect the unity of the nation, we should protect the country, then we should preserve our rich heritage, that's the history and traditions of our country, we should preserve our tradition, then we should protect our environment, we should develop a hunger for scientific research, we should safeguard public property, and we should avoid violence. Okay, we should learn more about varied subjects. Okay, you can understand everything by reading the our country's national pledge, right? India is our country, all Indians are our brothers and sisters, like that. Is that are all what? Fundamental duties. Okay, yes, once again, the fundamental duties of the citizens are we have to obey the constitution and respect the national flag as well as national anthem, and we must protect the unity, we should protect our country, we should preserve our history, the traditions and qualities and culture, then we must protect our environment, we must safeguard public property, and we must avoid violence. Okay, we should learn more about varied subjects and excel in our personal talent for the development of the society and our country. Okay, we must follow fundamental rights as well as fundamental duties. Have you all understood? Okay. Respect, protect the country, we must respect the national flag, we must preserve our country, right? Okay, these are the fundamental duties of our country. You must know the difference between the rights and duties. Okay. Okay, then the directive principles of the state policy. Directive principles of state policy. That is, the directive principles make sure that the government ensures the following to promote the welfare of the people. Okay, everyone should pay equal, both men and women should pay equal, depends upon their work. Okay, everyone get equal salary, depends upon their work. Then provision of employment to all, everyone should be employed, all if they are qualified they should be employed. Then compulsory education for children, children should be educated. Okay, then protection of children, then improvement in public health and increasing the standard of living of all the citizens, then organization of village panchayats, protection of forest and wildlife, promotion of international peace and security. Okay, these are the directive principles of state policy. Okay, equal pay for equal work, then provision of employment to all, compulsory education for the children, protection of children and old people against exploitation, then improvement in public health and increasing the standard of living of all citizens, then protection of forest and wildlife, then promotion of international peace and security, and maintaining healthy relations between nations of the world. Okay, these are the directive principles of state policy. Okay, children, we have learnt about the fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and also the directive principles of state policy. Yes, have you understood this chapter? Yes, I hope you have understood this chapter. Okay, once again, what is meant by constitution? What is the constitution? Yes, what's the constitution? Constitution means what? When a country is formed, it needs a set of laws for the people to follow, right? If a classroom is there, we have some rules, right? If a school is there, we have some rules. Like that, our constitution also has some set of laws for the people for us to follow. Okay, then India is the world's largest democratic country. We can vote to elect our representative. This is called what? Democracy. Okay, as a citizen of India, we must obey our constitutional laws. Dr. Ambedkar was the head of or the chairman of this constitution. Okay, India got republic on 26 January 1950, and we got independence on 15th August 1947. Okay, then we have learnt about the fundamental rights, that is the basic rights that a citizen of India to follow with promise. Okay, they are the right to equality, the right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Okay, then we have learnt about fundamental duties. Fundamental duties means we must obey the constitution laws, respect the national flag, then we have to protect the unity, we must protect our country, we should preserve our traditions, then we should learn more about the varied subjects and excel in our personal talent for the development of the society and for the development of our country. We must excel in everything. Okay, then the directive principles, everyone should be should pay equal, whether men and women, then provision of employment to all, compulsory education for children, then the protection of children, improvement in public health and increase the standard of living of all citizens, protection of forest and wildlife, promotion of international peace and security. Okay, these are the directive principles. As for we have learnt about our constitution, democracy, then head of our constitution, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and the directive principles of state policy. Right? I hope you have understood this chapter. If you have any doubt, you can call me or text me. Okay, children? Please listen the video carefully. Okay. Okay, later I will send you the notes. Before that, please go through the lesson, read the chapter once again, and try to fill the book back exercise. Okay, children? Hope you have understood this chapter. See you in the next class. Bye. Thank you.